the third video of the dandelion root. I went out quite a few times now and collected a lot of roots, and it's actually quite a nice activity to share with friends, family, especially my kids seem to have a lot of fun hunting for roots and digging them out and then actually using them. Today I would like to share another action of the dandelion root with you, and we're also going to use dandelion in the kitchen for cooking, where it's fairly easy to hide the root in soups, stir fries, or even like a cream soup. I want to show you how you can use the root as an independent meal on its own, because it's quite tasty. You don't always have to hide it. I also had my son ask me if he could help, and so he's going to introduce the ingredients we will need, and that's what's up next.
Hi, my name is Benna. We're going to make dandelion roots for lunch today. We're going to use coconut milk, sesame seeds, onion, dandelion root, vegetable broth, and garlic.
Today, I get to play cooking show. I chopped all the dandelion roots up. Now, what I was gonna say is that you wanna make sure you harvest young roots, not those big old tough roots, because they're not really nice if you wanna eat them as a meal. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to melt the butter in my frying pan. Just until it's slightly melted. And I finally minced up the onion and garlic, and I'm going to add that. Just going to stir it up, and I don't want to have it get brown or anything. I basically just want to get it kind of glassy, so we don't lose too much of the taste and the freshness. And then shortly after, I'm going to add my roots. And we're mixing that all up. There we go. And we'll let this go for about 10 minutes maybe, just so until the roots get a little bit soft and are easy to chew. And then we're going to do the next step. After those 10 minutes, I'm going to add my vegetable broth, and I like to use this kind here. Somehow it just is so easy. I use 1/3 of a block, and I'll just put it into the frying pan. Just trying to get this on video. And then I am adding some coconut milk. Stir it all up. And I will continue to cook this until all the liquid is gone, and then we'll move on to the next step. It's all sizzling here. The roots are done now. They're nice and soft, easy to chew, bite size, and let's finish them off. So I'll just, I wonder, you know what? I might leave them in the pot actually. And here. So I want you to remember that dandelion roots are considered a bitter, so they do have a bit of a bitter taste to it, but they're actually really fine to eat. We're going to put a little bit of maple syrup on, we're going to add sesame seeds, and we're going to add some fresh chives out of the garden. So for the maple syrup, I just put a tiny bit on, but depending on your bitter tolerance, you might want to add more or less. So I'm just gonna drizzle a tiny bit on. And remember, bitters are good for you, and there's not enough bitters in our diet, so you might want to try that. Then I'm going to sprinkle it with sesame seeds. Just put a whole whack on there. And to garnish it off, I found a tiny bit. They're just popping out of chives in the garden. And I'll this all up. There we go. It smells quite good. It has a little bit of like a distinct caramelized, rooty, earthy smell to it, and adding the maple syrup makes actually a really, really fine smell. It's wonderful. I'm a big fan of it. I think it's super delicious. It's not really a kids approved meal, but for the fun of it, I did let my kids try it. So you might want to see that one. I wasn't going to think it's going to be kid approved, but I'm going to test it anyways. Benno, would you mind?
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Definitely not the best thing I ever eaten. I would sure want to add a bit of maple syrup to it, but other than that, it's gross. Good. It's good. It's gross.
Question is it kids approved?
Oh! Something I haven't tasted.
He's always so honest. I hope my boys' honest opinions didn't discourage you from making this meal, because it honestly is really tasty. It has something special to it that you might really enjoy. I want to tell you another couple things about this wonderful root. First of all, the dandelion root is excellent for your liver. So if you feel like detoxifying your liver, cleansing your liver, then the dandelion is definitely your friend, as it aids in the natural detoxification process. And roots in general are really good for the liver, and to combine it, I would recommend using burdock or yellow dock, which both can be also most likely found in your own backyard. The dandelion root itself is also a very good diuretic, which means it encourages urination. So if you need to get rid of some excess water, just go for that root. To prepare it, I would recommend to decoct it, which means to simmer it in water, boil it for about 15 minutes. Roots, they're just very tough, so you will get the best effect if you boil them rather than to just infuse them in the water. Yeah, it's another month away probably until I will show you all the other great uses of the dandelion as the leaves emerge, and they're going to be full and vital and ready to be consumed. The blossoms will pop up, and there's so many great things you can do with dandelion leaves, dandelion blossoms. There's dandelion smoothies, there's dandelion salad, there's dandelion infused honey, there's stuffed mushroom, sauteed dandelion, dandelion wine, dandelion tart, dandelion greens with eggs, fried dandelion blossoms, dandelion syrup, dandelion casserole. I think that's about it.